Greetings, Mythics. How are we all? Yes, it is Saturday morning once again, 10 o'clock UK time, there or thereabouts. My name is Ken Boyter, and this is the Edra Tales Twitch channel live stream. Edra Scrolls, Ramblings of a Storyteller. This is where we talk about creativity, talk about your projects, talk about my projects, and we ramble off into other things as well. This is Loquacious. Hello, Loquacious. He is the imp from the Bottled Imp, which is a show, YouTube channel, that I co-created with my good friend Julian, and we have over 450 fantasy episodes of fantasy goodness. Yes, fantasy board game reviews, fantasy book reviews, and fantasy... what's the other one? Thanks, Loquacious. Film reviews. So go check out the Bottled Imp YouTube channel if you haven't done so already. Plus, also, I do have an Edra Tales YouTube channel, so if you miss any of these live streams, then you can go over to the Edra Tales YouTube channel and catch them all there, because I export them all there. Plus, I do have a website, which is edratales.com, if you want to check out all the projects that I'm currently doing. Good morning, Jonathan. How are you, sir? How are you? I was going to say bright and breezy, but it's this time every time. And good rainy sunset, says Lee-Rin there. Yes, how are you, Lee-Rin? It's yeah, rainy sunset. That's quite romantic, isn't it? Having a rainy sunset. Yeah, I like it. I like it. How was Resident Evil? I forget precisely what the nature of that was. Is that a film you went to see? You talked about Resident Evil, I'm pretty sure. My memory is atrocious, which is ironic because I do have a murder mystery this weekend, and I'm in 15 of the 29 scenes, so I'm in over half the scenes, or half the scenes basically. So there's a lot of lines to learn, but weirdly enough I can remember lines. Jonathan has been just hanging out the laundry. Brilliant. You've already taken the dog for 2 walks. 2 walks. That's impressive, Jonathan. How do you know it needed 2 walks? How do you know Conker needed 2 walks? Did you take him out for a walk and then he came back and went, can we just have another one? And also, hanging out laundry, yes, the glamorous life of a writer. Lirin's put here, I have to get a PS5 to play the latest entry, which I have not yet. Oh, I see. Resident Evil, is that exclusive to PS5 then? Well, not PS5, but is that exclusive to PlayStation? Because I have played... No, I'm pretty sure I played it on Xbox. Because I did used to have Resident Evil. Yeah, I enjoyed Resident Evil. That was good fun. I don't play video games anymore. I need to get back to playing video games. However, this is the dilemma of somebody who's creative. How much time do you spend, you know, if you're not a full-time writer, like I'm not a full-time writer or full-time games designer, how much time of your spare time do you dedicate to writing or designing games or doing whatever it is you do creatively? And how much time do you actually, you know, how much time do you spend doing the activity that you enjoy, like playing video games or playing board games or reading books? Jonathan's put, having had this morning walk, we then walked to work with my... Oh, I see. It was a little Brucey bonus. It was a Brucey bonus walk. Oh, that's lovely. Oh, brings a tear to my eye, that kind of thing. It sounds like I take the mickey out of that, but I don't. Leverins put it, no, it's an exclusive to present generation consoles. PS4 is underpowered for Resident Evil 9. God, are they on number 9 now? Are they on number 9? There's if you're into video games like you are, Lerin, what's it called? Oh, I finished a video game. I think that's the YouTube channel. Or I finished a game. Let me double check that, because he's really good at breaking down. Hang on, let me just find it for you, because I'm subscribed to him. Hang on. This is good show, isn't it? I finished a video game. There it is. I finished a video game. Okay, yeah. So it's the YouTube channel's called I Finished a Video Game, and he's really good. He breaks down long format, so there might be like 2-hour long videos. He breaks down video games, and he's just done one on Half-Life. So if you ever played Half-Life or love Half-Life, then, you know, he's really good. He did one on, was it, yeah, Dark Souls? I can't remember, but he's done them on various different video games. And he really breaks them down. He tells you the history of the game, he tells you in the production side, he tells you from, you know, he looks at all different aspects of a video game. It's really good. Jonathan has put, I haven't played video games for years. Ironically, I played them more when I wasn't a full-time author yet. Yes, well, I think that's probably standard. It would depend, I guess, because I know Terry Pratchett loved playing video games, and also didn't Douglas Adams enjoy playing video games? I guess it depends on your bank balance and how many books you're expected to produce a year. Like Terry Pratchett, did they just release one book a year? You know, and that would be enough. It'd be like, oh, I could live off of that. So, you know, what do you do the rest of the time? It couldn't take him a whole year to write a book, surely, if you're doing it full time. Leaving put, and on a side note, we'll finally have a machine powerful enough to jump into the world of Elden Ring 4 years late. Yay! But then again, Dark Souls 3 is a vibrant multiplayer community, even on Switch 8 years ago, so I should not be alone. So Elden Ring, see, I don't keep up with games. It's Edra Scrolls is the Skyrim one, isn't it? I love Skyrim, that's my sort of go-to game. So Elden Ring, is that Dark Souls? Is that like the overall title for Dark Souls? Oops, I mean PS4. Or is Elden Ring a separate franchise? Is that a separate thing? Because the thing is, though, I do love playing video games, but I just haven't got the time anymore, and so that can be a bit frustrating. I think TP might have written 2 books. Terry Pratchett might have written 2 books a year, and he was paid an advance. No, he was paid 1 million per novel. Really? That is, well, you know you've made it as an author. So basically, he was earning £2 million a year. So, you know, how long would it take him to write a novel? 3 months? It's in his biography. Wow. Wow. That's crazy talk. I didn't realise it was as much as that. But that's an advance. So, Martha's here. Hello, Martha. Good to see you. You're so sleepy. Yeah, I'm a bit sleepy as well. So, that's an advance. So, it's sort of, he wouldn't see royalties until it got past that advance. Elden Ring has George R.R. Martin as the honorary consultant. Oh, okay. So, it just wasn't... Just so it won't be ignored by the mainstream Western market for having a Japanese director and development team. Oh, I see. And it sold over 20 million in its first year worldwide. It obviously sold well. I mean, because I had heard of it, yet I'm not a gamer. You know, I don't know what's coming out. I don't keep up to date with these things in video games anymore. So it must have sold well. Yeah, over 20 million in its first worldwide. Yeah, so that's the thing. What do you want to do with your life? Let's get deep. What do you want to do with your life? How do you want to spend your time? You know. And so for me, certainly in the last 5 years, and I'd probably say 10 years, I've really just been spending all my spare time, trying to finish projects. You know, trying to get projects to market and trying to earn money from it. You know, that will be my goal. I'm like, Jonathan's living the dream as far as I'm concerned. You know, being a full-time writer is must be a good feeling. You know, Jonathan's very talented, aren't you, Jonathan? I just want to keep writing game books. Yeah, absolutely. And I think if you're writing them full-time, obviously you can get each game book finished quicker than obviously spending 6, 7, 8 hours doing something else and then having to do them in the evening. So, and then therefore you can do more if you wanted to, you know, if you, and I guess if you needed to. I think if you're not earning £1 million per book, you know, you would need to write, I don't know, 4 books a year to sort of earn a living from it. I don't really know, 5 books a year. Leerin's put, hence, strictly speaking, Elden Ring is a Japanese RPG in spite of having Mr. Martin's name on it as an advertising footnote. Absolutely, yeah, well done, yeah. Well, Japanese are... Isn't Dark Souls... Is it Elden Ring, Dark Souls, or am I getting confused with the two franchises there? But I'm sure Dark Souls is Japanese, isn't it? There was one... The YouTube channel I finished a video game, he talks about, and I can't remember what the game's called, he talked about a game pre-Dark Souls. Yes, it is. From Soft Games. There you go, all Japanese. Yeah. He because there was a Japanese guy, he who created Dark Souls, but he created something pre to that. Is that Elden Ring? Is that the one you're talking about? Anyway, I'm just getting confused. So yeah, so this is it. I'm just trying to finish my projects and get them out there and then get them earning money. And that's the hard bit is, well, if you're a creative person, to finish a project can be quite, you know, can be quite daunting at times. And especially if you go, oh, I've got another idea, and you abandon what you were doing and you start a new project, and then you go, oh, I've got another idea, and that's so tempting. So what I try to do in my head is go, right, I've got one main project, and then when that comes to a natural sort of lull in what I can do with it, then I will work on other things. So I might have 3 or 4 projects on the go, but there's normally just one project that's the main thing. Demon Souls, that's the one. Demon Souls and Dark Souls all draw from early Stephen Ian game books in thematic gothicness and difficulty. Yes, you've summed it up very well there, Leirin. You always do. That's it, Demon Souls, yeah. So if you love Demon Souls, he has done a breakdown of Demon Souls for like 2 hours, and I've not even played the game. I didn't even know of the game, and I just loved listening to his documentary basically. And it's for me, I put those sorts of things on as background if I'm doing graphic design work, because I can concentrate on my graphic design work if someone's still talking in the background. Whereas if I'm writing, I can't have people talking in the background. Or learning lines for my murder mystery, I normally put music on, or watch my YouTube ghost hunters videos. It's my guilty pleasure. So, yeah. So as we know, To Kill a Thief, that was my main project for a long time. That is now complete. I've managed to get the dice back. So this is what the dice are going to look like. However, the number 12... where's the number 12? The number 12 is going to be the devil symbol. The devil symbol. Number 12 is going to be the devil symbol. So what we decided to do, so because my friend are making these, and this is one that she made, and I think I've shown you these before, haven't I? She made these as a little present for me, which is very kind. They're clear. It's a D&D set. They're clear. And they look like diamonds. They're really cool. Oh, I've lost one already. One just slipped out of my hand. So they look like diamonds. And she's put like the little goblin head in them. So that's pretty cool. And so, yeah, they're really good. She's made them very well. I wouldn't have known that these were just handmade. I would have thought, a shop has made these somehow, like a big company had made these. So I'm very happy with the quality. And then what we've decided to do and they're being posted today. I should be expecting them today. We did try making like the numbers where they're actually engraved on there, sort of thing, you know, they're indented onto the side of it. We did try to do that with the demon symbol, but it was really tricky to do because it was very small and it was just a nightmare. You know, Hazel tried and tried and tried. So in the end I said, can't we just put a transfer over the top? And she said, yes, we can. And the way we're going to do it, well, Hazel's going to do it, is she's got two separate moulds. She's got a mould that will create a blank dice. So all over the sides, it was just going to be blank. And that's slightly smaller than this actual size. Then what she does, so she'll take that blank dice out, then she'll put it into another mould that has the numbers sticking out of the sides of the mould. She'll put the blank dice in. Then she'll pour in some more resin, the same colour. Oh, no, clear. And then that makes it this size. But what will happen is it will imprint the dice numbers, but on the blank 12, before she puts that dice in, she'll take it out of the blank mould and she'll put the transfer of the image onto the blank. Then she'll place it with the transfer face up. She'll pour it in. Then the clear resin will set. So the transfer will be under like a millimetre of clear resin. So it won't come off. So that is the next plan. And I'm expecting a delivery any minute now. So hopefully the delivery will arrive while we're on air. So that is what we're waiting for, the dice. We've got all the other rewards. They're all sitting in the dungeon, waiting to be bagged up or boxed up. There we go. Look at that. It's here. It's here. Hello there. Yeah. Cheers. Thank you very much. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Here we go. Look at that. It's as though I'm psychic. They did say from 9:20 till 1 o'clock. So, here they are. Let's see how... I'm a little bit... I thought it was going to be a sheet of paper, but... I wasn't expecting a roll like this. They are very well packaged. It's from a company called... Oh, you need to put your... What's it called? Tech Wrap Time, I think. Anyway, they are very well packaged. Live dice, exactly. Well, these aren't the dice. What these are, Devilay always looked the symbol for Loquacious during his hippie phase. yeah, exactly. That was his partying years. So these are the transfers for the dice, but I'm slightly confused why they're in a roll, because I thought it was going to be a sheet of paper. Oh, they're on a roll. Okay. They're actually on a roll. Blimey. They are very well packaged. Okay. The company's called ES Vinyl and Craft. Oh, look. There they are. Right. I'm not going to unroll it, because I need to keep this for Hazel. But look. There you go. There you go. They look pretty good, don't they? Yeah, so got to go. Nice one, Martha. Going to paint 3 of my 39 miniatures. Fantastic. Enjoy. I really love the fact that you're getting out and you're doing creative things of a Saturday morning. Thank you, Martha. Take care. Which army? Yeah, I know. I did. I wanted to know that, but I thought no, she wants to go. But yeah, she might answer obviously. So there you go. So that's what we went for, and I gave them the artwork. So I basically just reduced that down to 8mm, and you can tell what it is. It clearly does work. You know, the shape. You can tell what shape, and it is small enough to go on there. So that's going to be transferred onto the dice. Oh my giddy aunt, this might actually work. So, I'm going to roll these back up. Now I got 300, because they did 3 different sizes of sheets, I got the smallest one. There's 325 transfers, but I'm only going to need about 100 dice. Or I'm going to ask Hazel to make 100 dice. So look at that. There we go. So hopefully, by the end of next week, we'll have dice that have worked. Or dice that have actually worked. And then once I've got the dice, then I'm going to put everyone's order together and then ship them out to you guys. Which reminds me, I do need to get your addresses. Jonathan, there's a survey. I couldn't find how I get a survey up. How do I... It's live help. Don't ask me, Ken. Just Google it. How do I get a survey up in Kickstarter? Yeah, because I need to get a survey to ask for everybody's address. But there you go. So it's all exciting. It's all coming together. It's all coming together. Yeah, we'll have plenty of angry Grocklesnook tokens for next tabletop game. Yeah. Well, talking of Grocklesnook, we might. So I had caught up with my good friend Rich Nairn, who is the artist for the Bottled Imp. He created the look for the Bottled Imp, and he's illustrated a couple of my books. We had a catch up on video call, and very creative guy. So he wanted to start getting into children's illustration and a bit more like picture books. So I mentioned to him, well, actually, I've written a couple of Grocklesnook picture books, and I wrote them a while ago. And then then he said, oh, I'm not going to take on any commissioned work, so I didn't ask him. So now I've asked him if he would do a Grocklesnook picture book. So there could be a series of Grocklesnook picture books for kids. How about that? Jonathan has put it, I know they've made some significant changes since I delivered. Oh, have they? But I think you go to your list of rewards. Oh, and under each level. Okay. Thank you for that. Because I didn't look down the side of the rewards. I was looking for just one tab that just sort of said, send survey to all your backers. That would be logical, you know. However, I guess if you wanted to send stuff individually, like you didn't want to just send, you know, you might go, oh, well, I've done that reward, I'm going to send that off. You could then just individually get those addresses, yeah, while you're still waiting for other things to be made. Yeah, okay, that makes sense then. Well, thank you for that, Jonathan. I appreciate that. So I will look down there. Levin's put, imagining Grocklesnook leaping on an angry raptor with a chainsaw like Stripes and Gremlin in Port Billy. Oh, in Gremlins. Oh, Grocklesnook. I don't know. He's not. He's mischievous. I don't know about a chainsaw. he might do a blow like a dart, a poison dart. They now have late pledges, a pledge manager, and collection postage after the Kickstarter fund. All things are crying out for ages. Yeah, and so did you just miss out on that? Because I actually, yeah, I think I had to put postage in beforehand. Yeah. Well, that's good. Well, at least your next one, have we got an exclusive for what your next game book is going to be? At least for your next one, and then my next one, and at least then we can do that. They listen to you though at long last, Jonathan. Yeah. Yeah, oh, that's good then. Late pledges. Yeah, I managed to put late pledges on, but I think my beginning of my campaign, I had to tell them how much postage it was. But then, and it's good that they now do it afterwards, because, you know, this has been a year later. That presumably postage has gone up, you know. So there we go. So, not an exclusive, as I've already announced it. Oh, okay. But I'm launching the Dracula. Oh, yes, that's the one. Curse of the Vampire 5th year anniversary hardback on Tuesday. Fantastic. If you do want to get your hands on a hardback Curse of the Vampire Dracula 5th year anniversary, follow that link there. Hopefully, I don't know if Twitch blocks links, but I can see them. So follow that link. And is it a different cover? What's different about it, Jonathan? Have you done like a forward, you know, just sort of celebrating it? What's different about the 5th anniversary hardback? There you go. I'm putting you on the spot now. Because I would imagine Dracula sells well for you. That must be a good seller. Oh, here's a question. What's your best-selling Ace game book? What's your best-selling Ace game book? Let me have a guess. I would say Dracula. Followed by Alice in Nightmare Wonderland. Followed by... Shakespeare versus Cthulhu will do well. But that's only just come out. So I would say... Followed by... Neverland? No. Different cover. Okay, so Jonathan's put it as a different cover. So red cover with black lettering. That sounds delicious. There are also some exclusive goodies. You get a bookmark, postcards, and pin badge. Fantastic. Leaving has put a lousy post 2024 global postage. No thanks. Yikes to Boris Johnson. Or orange Caligula, if that's too mean to old Boris. Yeah, postage did seem to go up for some reason. Not quite sure why. Oh, Alice is by a long way. Wow. Wow, that is really interesting. Alice is not... I get, because that got translated into a few different countries, didn't it, as well? Wow. I genuinely would have thought that Dracula would have been, because the average, and I'm just going on stereotypes here, the average, you know, like fighting fantasy game book player loves monsters and that kind of environment. So Dracula fulfills that as well as people that just love Dracula and go, oh, what's this? What's a game book? You know, and you've got a crossover audience. But I guess you did steampunk Alice, didn't you? So you did twist it to make it attractive to, I guess, the game book audience. Postage to the USA doubled over the COVID Trump era. Did it? Has it doubled? That's crazy. Well, this is pretty heavy. So this is going to cost some money to send over. Alice has been out longer than Dracula. Oh, okay, and has the most foreign translations. Yeah, wow. I'm obviously pretty sure, and you're pretty confident as well, that Shakespeare versus Cthulhu does well over time, because, you know, Shakespeare, that's probably the most well-known playwright / writer / author ever, surely, on the planet. And then J.K. Rowling next. Has it got that? Agatha Christie, I would put her in there. Who else? Conan Doyle. Yeah, I can't think of anyone else that would have that kind of reach. And then Jonathan Green, just under Arthur Conan Doyle. Yeah, fantastic. Yeah, you really hit upon a great idea with that. You really did. So so in the next couple of weeks, I should have finished To Kill a Thief Kickstarter, get it all out to everybody. You know, so look out for it in March. It might even be that I send it out in the last week of March, but there you go. And Jam is here. Bon Jovi. How are you, sir? How are you? Just sort of thinking, who is the most recognised or the best, the most selling author, playwright in the world? It's got to be Shakespeare, hasn't it? I'm trying to decide what to do for ace number 10, based partly on which subjects would be most lucrative. And that's a very, very valid point, very good point. If you're writing and you want to make money out of something, you do have to go, well, what's going to be commercial? What do people want? What do people know? What do people like? So, yeah. You could, I don't know, Robin Hood? You'd have to go through, you know, I'm sure you, I don't tell you, me giving you advice, Jonathan. But yeah, what something that's big, something that's sort of well known all over the place. Robin Hood, I've done that one. King Arthur. What else? I guess you could do Steamboat Willie. That's now out of copyright, isn't it? Yeah. What hits that sweet spot where game book enthusiasts are going to enjoy the story, you know, whatever it is you pick, but also has a wide appeal, has commercial appeal. Jam and the Aliens, Kenneths. Jonathan, but I have a long list of ideas. Yeah, just knowing which I'm going to go with, but the most lucrative aren't necessarily the ones that inspire me the most. Yeah, and absolutely, and I think that is also very valid as well. That's the massive dilemma that I think creative people have. Like, you know, certainly when you sort of launch your own game book title, you know, this is I'm an unknown author. These are unknown. Why should someone buy this over Shakespeare versus Cthulhu? Well, I'll tell you why. No, but do you see what I mean? It's like, well, I already know Shakespeare, brilliant. I know Cthulhu, or I know Alice in Wonderland, so I'll buy that one. So if you're launching your own IP, that's presumably even harder. So I've done the hard thing. But also, yeah, you might go, oh, I don't know, I'm going to do an X Factor, you know, Masked Singer sort of thing. People love that, don't they? But you're like, yeah, but I'm not that interested in it. Yeah, but it will sell. And it's like, yeah. Must have coffee, says Lee Rin. Aha, so Grocklesnook was the one who took my can. No wonder I've been running dry on caffeine. I know, he's a sneaky monkey. Little sneaky monkey. Raiders of the... Yes! That is great news, isn't it? I didn't know it was out now. I knew it was coming. I love the cover. I think Troy has done a fantastic job with that. Raiders of the Iridium Caves is out now on Amazon. So if you want to pick up Jam's latest game book from Savage Realms, this is Savage Realms book. However, it's the one as well that if you backed my project and you backed Jam's project, you're going to get that for free as an ebook and as a printed book. Lyrian's put in, no wonder his eyes are so wide with adrenaline. I know, exactly. Like that. So, just to keep it up, talking of the extra little bonus book, I am busy finishing off my one. The Rat Wife of Sleepy Eye is, as you can see, it is finished. It is finished. I've done the first draft. I have then gone back over it to add different things to it and tidy it up a bit. And then I've only got a few more things to do. I want to go back over it and sort of layer in some memories. So as you're going through the game book, every now and again I want you to remember certain things. You know, go, oh yeah, you remember when, you know, life was simpler back then. You know, I want that sort of nostalgia feeling to be running through the game book. So I want to go back and layer that in. And also there's another bit. Hey, what's this channel about? Hello there. What's that? MFS Bet Weekling. Hello, welcome. Well, this is Edra Tales. We talk about creativity. So we talk about creative projects, your creative projects, my creative projects. And it's loosely based around fantasy, but it doesn't have to be. And then we ramble on to other things. It's MFS B tweaking. Fantastic. MFS. I might just call you MFS then, if that's all right. Or tweaking. What would you prefer? So it's quite a mouthful. And I'm slightly dyslexic. Lee Reeners, but you've entered the world of tabletop role-playing games. Yes, sorry. Lee Reeners put it much better. Yes, it's... So, I've just written a game book. Ace Game Books is Jonathan Green. He's a game book author. Jam is a game book author. But that's not all we do. Well, it's not all I do. I design board games. We talk about video games. Lee Reen loves playing video games. Resident Evil. We were just talking about Resident Evil this morning. And also we talk about creativity. So sometimes we talk about, I don't know, the frustrations of working on something or the joy of working on something. And we try and help, help each other out when we can, basically. Whatever you like. Okay, tweaking. I might go for tweaking. Or is it twerking? No, that's something different, isn't it? So, we springboard creative ideas off each other, yes. Lirin's very good at summing things up. Much better than I am. That's why I call it ramblings of a storyteller, because I tend to ramble. But yes, so I have finished writing the next game book, Rat Wife of Sleepy Eye, and as I say, I'm going to layer in some memories, and I'm going to layer in another sort of telepathic communication, but that's all I'm going to tell you about. So that is version 1. So it's the smaller game book that if you back my project and you back Jam's project, you're going to get for free. And then Troy has very kindly agreed he wanted to publish it as a printed book, so this should be printed later on this year, because this, after I layer in those memories and layer in the telepathic communication, then Sally is going to, she's very kindly offered to proofread it and edit it, and then hopefully, I'm hoping to get this to Troy maybe April, May time, and then Troy is going to get the cover done, he's going to presume, I don't know. So Jam, did you have any illustrations done for your game book? By the way, Tweaking, do you create anything? Do you write books? Do you play tabletop games? Do you play board games? Do you play video games? Let us know. Let us know your interest. Yes, so that's very exciting. So that's nearly finished. And then once that's out the way, get that project out of the way. My next big project that I'm working on is my Christmas Carol board game. And I'm very excited. I've shown you this 3 times now, because the next stage of the board game is to actually start firming up the board, start putting the locations. So I've got this map of a walkthrough of Charles Dickens' Christmas Carol. So these are the places that are mentioned in the novella. And so once I've got the board, then I can start tailoring the game. I'm going to have some cards where you can, with all the characters in the game that you can befriend, and then they'll give you abilities throughout the game. They'll help you with various tasks that you're trying to do. So that is a Christmas Carol. So that's the next board game that I'm working on. That's the one I really want to finish next. Tweaking has put here, I just started streaming. I was streaming The Last of Us 2. Yeah, Last of Us 2 now, but it's my first time, so not good at it. But I like gaming and recording it. Fantastic. You got to start somewhere, Tweaking. Got to start somewhere, absolutely. As you can see, I don't get many viewers. And I've been doing this for a number of years now. But if you, this is the thing. Why do you want to do something? That it kind of always boils down to that. And if you're hoping, yeah, there you go. And if you're hoping to make loads of money, then that's going to take time to build up. And it could also make you frustrated. It might, whereas if you just enjoy doing it and you're doing it for fun, then even if you get 20 people watching every time, it doesn't really matter, You're a traitor to the Elder Scrolls. Hello there. Elder Scrolls. How do you pronounce your name? Herbie Wookie Hole. Is that how you pronounce your name? Welcome. How are you, sir? So just enjoy it and build up your audience. 20's a lot. Yeah, no, I know. So every Wednesday I do a game book playthrough. So we're talking about game books, like Fighting Fantasy. Well, every Wednesday at 7:15 p.m. UK time, we do a game book, and we've just finished doing book 2 of Sorcery, Steve Jackson Fighting Fantasy book. And the most I ever get for that is 20. I think, occasionally I get 20. 9 times out of 10, I get 10 people watching solid. Sometimes I get 15. Sometimes it's 5 of us, or 4 of us. For me, it's like, that doesn't matter. I'm not doing it to make money or to become famous or anything like that. I'm doing it because I enjoy it. And that's, again, when you do anything creative, you are a heretic sect. Exactly. We are the Mavericks. We are the Druids. We are the pagans. So that's the next thing that I'm working. I'm working on this Christmas Carol board game. However, UK games, we're going to be sort of launching in the UK, although you can buy it already. This is my board game, Guildlands, that I co-designed with Kedrick Winks. It's published by Outset Media. It's a tile-laying game, and it takes about an hour to play. And it's got very good reviews on Board Game Geek. Lots of great feedback when we demo it. And so this is going to be at UK Games for the first time this year, because we launched it at Gen Con. Outset were very kind. They flew us over. We launched it. We demoed the game in America, so that was fantastic. Then they flew us to Essen in Germany. Did the same there for the Spiel Essen. So it's going to be at UK Games Expo. So if you're going along to UK Games Expo, go to the Outset Media. Come and say hello. You can play the game. Spell Sing's here as well. It's all kicking off. Look at this. Can't keep up with the... Apologies for my tardiness. No worries, Spell Sing. Hope you were sleeping. Hope you were spending your time productively. I'm not working Wednesday next week. Bring on the meaty tubes. Well, this Wednesday, actually, I can't make. So there is not going to be a live stream this Wednesday, but normally every Wednesday there is. However, so sorry about that, Jam, because I've got to do a murder mystery. I've got to go. I'll catch you sometimes later. Bye. Yes, nice one, Tweaking. Nice one. Thanks for popping in. Leaving's put it, the Game Boom stream is the premier reason to wake up and do things. Exactly. Join the epic adventures. You were gardening. Oh, I don't know if I approve of gardening. No, gardening is lovely. Edra Scrolls. I know. Gardening. Gardening's a lovely pastime to do. I'm just not very good at it. So go to UK Games. That's where we'll be doing that. However, UK Games, so I'm going to be at UK Games anyway. However, UK Games does run a speed dating event for publishers and, what do they call them? Designers. Inventors. In Europe, they call us inventors. Hurrah! 1 week to fill up my stamina for the trek across at Backlands 2 weeks from now. Bring on the 7 Serpents. Yes, I have ordered that next book, The 7 Serpents. It should be with us. Unfortunately, as I say, I've got a murder mystery, which is unusual, but it's a corporate one. It's like a private one. Speed dating, yeah. Ding dong. Yes, that's what they call it. It's not as exciting as it sounds. But it is a good way, if you're a designer, to get your game actually face-to-face to pitch to publishers. And not just one publisher. There might be like 20 of us. I can't remember how many there was last time. And so what you do is, so you set up your game, and then you have a publisher will come to you. You've got 4 minutes, just 4 minutes to pitch. Even if yours is a complicated game, you've only got 4 minutes. And then they have a minute to ask you questions. And then you hear this bell, and then up they get. They move to the next table, and another set of publishers sits down, and you do it all again. Then hopefully you exchange business cards, or they might say, are you here for the rest of the weekend? We'd like to, actually play your game. And if they ask for a demo copy or to play it, then you know that they're interested. If they just go, oh, okay, thanks a lot, then they're not going to publish it. So it's a good way to sort of either get published, because they might sign it on that weekend. They might play it a good couple of times and then sign it, or they might play it a good couple of times, then say, can we keep the demo copy, because we still want to. I want to take it back to the office. I want to show other people. So you might then get signed, in the next 2 months afterwards, or you might not get any interest whatsoever. So it's kind of like, at least you can tick them off the list. Okay, then those companies aren't going to publish it. So it's a good way. It's almost like peeling a plaster off. It's either healed or it's not. Is that a good analogy? Probably not. But the opening, so the time that you can submit your games for this is now it's 1st of March. So again in March is going to be stupidly busy for me this month. I do have my Flat Cat Fat Cat game that I want to submit. I also have what else? Wonky Wand, which I'm going to submit, which is co-designed by Kedrick as well. And my Devilish Deaths. Now, my Devilish Deaths, I did put into I did put it in last year, and it did get a good amount of interest. But I'm actually, I've got a meeting on the 13th with a company to discuss it. So hopefully, fingers crossed, they'll want to take it on, and then that one will be signed, and then probably coming out in 2027. Fingers crossed. And what else? I've got another game I think that I'm going to put in. I can't remember, but anyway. Oh, and I do want to put in a Christmas Carol. I want to do that. So it'd be a Christmas Carol, Flat Cat, Fat Cat, and Wonky Wand. Best of luck with those, Ken. You will succeed. Hopefully. Thank you very much, Spelsing. But you never know. And the way the system works is that publishers are invited to be part of it. If they're part of it and they've committed to it, then they will see all the applicants. They're going to see all the applicants. And then they will, if they have 3 that they can choose, if one publisher, you only need one publisher to pick your game as the number 1 choice, then you're in. So there might be 20 publishers or 25 publishers, and but only one of them wants to see your game. Doesn't matter, because what might happen is other companies might go, oh, actually, we sort of didn't fully understand what this game was, but now we see it, we actually are interested in it. So it can have a better effect as well. So yeah, it's all exciting stuff, ladies and gentlemen. It is all exciting stuff. It was nice that we had a couple of other people joining us, Tweaking, and God, my eyesight, the red. Hereby Wookie Hole. I'm just going to call you Wookie because I love saying Wookie. So it's nice to see a couple of new people just stumbling in like into a drunken nightclub. No, what's all this about? What's going on here? Welcome to the barbecue. So there we are. Yeah. What's the time? Oh, we've been on for 50 minutes. Yeah, it's coming up for 11 o'clock. As I say, I do have a murder mystery. I've got to go and have a bath. Can you imagine that? Ugh. No, I love baths. As you can see, my hair was sticking up this morning. So I think I got away with it. A drunken nightclub. Yeah. Well, he was sort of, I love the way he was just very, what's going on in here? What's going on in here? Sort of thing I would do if I was drunk. Hey, hello? Who are you then? What's going on? I love that. That's good. Well, good luck. I mean, you know, doing anything live, streaming anything, playing video games, all of that. You just get better at it, don't you? When you live stream. So there we are. That is today's Edra Scrolls Blue Oyster Club. Blue Oyster Club. That sounds very dodgy. Yeah, see that you're a traitor to the Elder Scrolls. Yes, I can see why. Edra Scrolls. Well, you know, caught your attention. Well, Edra Tales is the actual thing. Police Academy reference. Oh, is it? Oh, okay. I've only seen Police Academy once. Only seen it once. That was years ago. How many did they make in the end? About 17. Oh yeah, look. Shall I show you the badges again? Who wants to see the... Has everybody seen the badges? Do you want to see the badge? Too many. 7. Yeah, I knew they made loads. I've got the little goblin badges. Do you want to see them? Do you want to see them? Come on. Now that I've got all this, I really want to show it off, but I don't want spoilers. Like, do you want to see it? Do you want to see it? Yes, there we go. There's the badge. There he is. His little goblin face. Little goblin face. But the theme music is so jolly and unforgettable. Oh, what? Of Police Academy? Is it? Freaking awesome. I know, I'm so happy with these. These are made by a company called One Stop Badges in the UK, and they're, you know, they're proper badges. They're really good quality. They've got the butterfly clip at the back. Yeah. Oh, look, that's a better way to hold it. Oh, look, you can see it. Slightly blurred. It isn't in real life, but yeah. So I'm way happy with this. Way happy with that. So there you go. Cool. Anyway, thank you. I've got to go and get ready for my murder mystery. So thank you, Lirin. Thank you, Spellsing. Thank you, Jonathan. Thank you, Tweaking. Thank you, Wookie. Thank you, Jam. Who else has popped in? Who else? Martha. Thank you, Martha. Appreciate your time as always. No, well, thank you very much. I appreciate your time, you know, because I know we're all busy. But it's nice just to step out for a minute. And again, this is it. Work-life balance, you know. This is an hour I could spend either asleep or I could spend going, all right, I've got to crack on my game book. But you do have to get that work-life balance. And I think I got it slightly wrong the last couple of years because I wasn't really meeting up with friends or wasn't, you know, doing video calls with them. So now this year I've you know, I'm putting that to rights. I'm changing it up a bit. So there we go. Good night, everybody, and punch it Chewy. Warp 7. Absolutely. Thank you so much for watching. I do appreciate it. As I say, I've got a murder mystery this Wednesday, so there won't be a playthrough. However, the game book is on its way, so by the time 2 weeks' time, we'll be back. We'll be doing the 7 Serpents, book 3 of Sorcery by Steve Jackson. Take care, everybody. Have a lovely... Oh, hello. Skyrim's gone. It's still calming music, though. Have a lovely, lovely, lovely rest of the weekend, and I will see you soon. Take care. And remember, if you do want to post things up to the Edra Tales Facebook group, you're more than welcome to. Take care, everybody. And remember, may your thieving always be never caught. I got distracted. May your thieving never be caught. We'll edit that bit out, Grocklesnook. They won't notice. Bye.